Welcome back to the channel, and this week's practice is a little bit different to what we normally do. We are going to be isolating and working on our wrists. So this is going to help anyone with any pain or discomfort in the wrists or any conditions such as carpal tunnel. So if you want to meet me on your mat in any comfortable seated position, bring our hands into prayer, press the hands together, pause there for a few deep breaths. On your next inhale, extend both arms up towards the sky. And then from here, we're going to flex by tucking the fingers down into the palms of the hands. And it doesn't matter where the thumb is. It can be on top or underneath. And we'll do that movement with the fingers for about a minute. It's not as easy as it looks. I'm sure you're starting to feel the intensity of that into the hands and into the wrists, down into the forearm. It's going to start to build up the heat. And release. Just bring the hands down, give them a shake. Well done. And then bring the hands back into that prayer position. Take a few deep breaths. And bring the arms out nice and wide. This time you're going to tuck the thumb down first onto the palms of the hands, and then close the fingers around the top of the thumb. And without changing the position of the hand, you're not going to be turning the hands where the fingers are pointing down. You're keeping them this way. You're not going to change where they're positioned, but you're going to tip. So you're going to stretch out the thumb by tipping the hands down towards the ground. So they're just going to point down. So you're just trying to point them down towards the mat. Hold it there. You're going to feel a nice stretch along the thumb. Well done. Just open up the hands, bend into the elbows. Inhale and exhale, extend the arms out again. And then this time you're going to make a fist. Thumbs can be on top, and turn the hands. So you're turning the hands, so the back of the hands is facing up towards the sky. The knuckles, the fingers are pointing down towards the mat, keeping that fist position. And then this time you're going to point the knuckles down towards the mat. So you're moving the hands like this, but you're going to hold it there by pointing them down towards the mat. Take a few deep breaths. And release the hands, bring them down. Then bring the hands back to prayer. Take an inhale and extend the arms up towards the sky. This time, open the fingers up nice and wide. And we're going to turn the hands around like this from the wrists. So you want to try to stop them moving so much from the elbows like this. You want to keep it turning from the wrist. So isolating the wrist as much as you can. So it's like a flick of the wrist. Well done, and release. Then we're going to bring our right arm out in front, right or left. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take your other hand, you're going to hold on to your pinky, take an inhale, and then exhale, just bend it back, hold it there. Release the pinky, and then you're going to hold on to the ring finger, inhale as you just extend it out, and then you're going to exhale as you bend it back. So we're going to do that with all of our fingers. Release, middle finger, inhale, and exhale. Release, index finger. Ooh, this one feels good for me. And release. To do the thumb, you're going to bring your opposite hand. So you're going to place the hand that you're stretching on top. So basically the backs of the hands are pressed together, and you're just going to turn the hand that's underneath and then try to hold on to the thumb. Then extend the arms out in front and bend that thumb back. Good job. Hold it there. I have all sorts of insects crawling on me. I've got a spider on my arm. And release. Money spider. Let's hope it brings some good luck. So extend the opposite arm. And remember, you're going to turn the back of the hand to face towards the ground. The palm of the hand is facing up towards the sky. Then with your opposite hand, you're going to grab onto that pinky. Inhale and exhale, bend it back. Release. Go on to the ring finger. Inhale. Exhale to bend it back. And release. Middle finger next. Inhale and exhale, bend back. And release. Index finger. Inhale, exhale. And release. And again, the backs of the hands, just bend at the elbows, bring the backs of the hands on top of each other, and the hand that's underneath, just turn it around, hold on to the thumb, and when you're ready, then extend the arms out in front and bend the thumb back. Hold it there. Well done, and release. bring the hands into prayer, interlace your fingers, and we're going to make some wrist rotations, so nice big circles. And change the direction of your circles. It might feel a bit odd, but just really try to get a nice circle motion going into the wrists. And you can go as slow as or as fast as you wish. Good job, and release. Give it a shake. Shake it all out. And then come on to your tabletop position. All fours. And from here, we'll just see what works best for you. So take your time and go with what feels good for your own wrists. You can start to rotate the fingers to point to the sides of the mat. If you feel like this is enough, then you can stay there and just gently rock from side to side, not too much because you don't want to put pressure into the front of the hand. And then if you can go a bit further, point the fingers down towards the knees and holding it there. So you're pressing down into the mat, holding it there. You can lean back ever so slightly without lifting the hands up off the mat like this. You want to keep the hands down. So just lean back a little bit. You'll not be able to go too far in this one anyway. And just start to lean back a little bit further, lifting and peeling the hands up off the mat. Well done. Lifting right up, sitting back on top of the heels. Good job. We'll pause here for a few moments. And just bring the arms out nice and wide. Reach them all the way behind. Interlace your fingers. Stretch the hands away from the body and just hold it there. You can bring in some gentle movement just to loosen up the shoulders. You're also getting into the wrists in this one. And release. Bring the hands back into that prayer position. And I hope this has helped some of you guys out with any pain or discomfort in your wrists. I know it definitely has helped me. So before this, my wrists were quite tight. Circulation in my hands hasn't been great. So I just needed to do a wee bit more work on my wrists lately. I have been neglecting it a little bit. So I do think it's something that should be practiced in every yoga class, before practice and at the end of a practice, even if it's just one or two of those exercises to loosen up and relieve any tension, and also to build that strength and flexibility into your wrists. So when you think about it, you're putting a lot of pressure on your wrists throughout your yoga practice, depending what style you're practicing, what type of class you're in. If you're in a lot of downward dog positions, you're constantly putting pressure on the wrists. If you're in your plank, you're putting pressure on your wrists. If you're in your upward dog, you're putting pressure on the wrists. If you're doing side angles, you're putting a little bit of pressure on the wrists. So there are a lot of postures in yoga that you're putting lots of pressure on your wrists. So you do need to give your wrists some extra attention and TLC to prevent any injuries, to prevent any conditions occurring, and also just to relieve tension and improve your flexibility. So if you enjoy the video, then please give it a thumbs up. If you want to practice with me some more, then hit that subscribe button. And also, guys, if there's any practices or any certain parts of the body that you want to isolate off, like we done today with the wrists, then leave them in the comments below, and I'll definitely read through them and respond. And I will see you all in next week's video. Have a lovely rest of your weekend.